one thing I struggle with is to be consistent in recording and publishing my podcast and publishing my blog posts. When I look at the opening rates and all the statistics, I feel like, do I really make an impact and why bother? But basically, this is not a good idea to look at what we do by looking at the numbers, how we perform, how this, how this content performs. Welcome to Enjoy Life, Enjoy Yourself. I'm Ingo Hampe, and today is Sunday, the 7th of February, 2024. Daniel Kahneman talks in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, about a phenomenon called substitution heuristic. It's when we replace a difficult question with a question that is much easier to answer and without even noting it, and we miss to address the more complex problem which is driving us. So when it comes to our engagement on social media platforms or podcasts or blog posts, there is this metric like opening rates, and some call it vanity metrics, because these metrics are easy to raise, and these things are easy to measure, but they are not telling anything valuable about what we do. So if we look at this at a systemic point of view, and think about what drives this system, we realize that adapting these strategies of social media is not a good idea, because what is social media about? It's designed to keep the users on their platform, and meanwhile they figured out the best way to do this is to keep them unhappy and addicted. And basically that's not what we are up to. So we are working for these social media platforms and providing our content for free, and also through the metrics they just manipulated us to create content that is aligned with their goals, to keep the users on the platform, which is not our goals. And I fall into this trap when I look at my podcast and my posts and try to figure out how they perform. And somehow, on some level, that's very natural. Like we feel we have something important to say and something important to give, and we are just throwing our bottles into the ocean with the message in the bottle and hoping that someone will pick them up. And there's the dilemma, which is the real problem. Like when we begin, we have to do this because we are driven by our mission, and somehow we are just doing it for ourselves. We are writing these blog posts, we are creating these podcasts for ourselves to better understand what we are thinking, and also to have some kind of routine to get better at this, and this will help us to think more clearly. But on the other hand, we're not doing it for ourselves, because we are on a mission. We are trying to serve people who cares about the things that we care. And as a result of what's going on, people realize and they get more mature about the social media platforms and what they do to them, and they opt out of this. Um, the difficult question is actually, how get I in front of people who care about the things that I have to say? Because even before the internet, before the social media platforms, it was hard. Now we are reached a level where there's an abundance of artists. There's no scarcity of art, and there's no scarcity of messages. There's no scarcity of information. We got this all in our hands, available to us all the time. And we want to get our message out there. We want to be heard. We want to be seen. There must be a better way to do this. And going offline, meeting people offline seems to be a good idea, but it can only be one part in a mix. But what's the other part? Building an old community, building an old platform through email marketing or email lists, email communities, or Discord communities may be a good idea. But then how do we get people to notice that? We have to come back to social media and promote ourselves there. And it seems like there's a fatigue for this. I have no answer to this. I have no answer, but what makes me keep doing this is to refocus on what was my initial intention, and it is to seek clarity for myself at first. And seeking clarity, one part of that is expressing myself in a way that others could understand me. So this is where I'm at, and I hope this will get me to do this podcast more consistently. And I noticed already a change. Like a few months ago, it would be hard for me to come up with topics and what I would like to talk about. And now my notebooks are cluttered with notes, and there's always something that comes through my mind, and now I'm just writing it down in notes. And the next step is to take these notes and put them into articles and podcasts. Thank you for listening. That's all I had to say for today. I hope you'll find this helpful on your own journey. Till the next time, bye bye.